Hello and welcome to the next ReeVlog. I've been up far longer than I should have been by this point in the day, for it is currently 20 to 8, 20 to 8, 20 to 7, and when I wake up, I don't open my eyes straight away. I try and get back to sleep and whatnot, because once I've opened my eyes, I can't really get to sleep again. But the thought crossed my mind earlier, when I first woke up, after rolling around for a while. I know, I'll turn on the lava lamp, because that's what I do these days in the mornings, because the days are quite cold and it's not very warm upstairs, especially compared to downstairs here. Like, it's only marginally warmer upstairs really than it is outside. Lava lamps, the way they work is the light melts the wax and causes it to rise, in sort of a convection current type deal, and then fall again when it cools down at the top, and repeat. And it's also a nice sort of soft light. So I figured I'd turn on my lava lamp, because that way it will ever so slightly heat up the area, and also it's a nice soft light for me to get up without hitting anything, because my bed is the opposite side of the room from the light switch. So I get to see stuff, but it's not super bright for getting up originally and opening my eyes to. But it had managed to melt all of the lava and be going full blast by the time I got up, which usually takes a good 2 hours. Which means, considering I got up about 25 minutes ago, I've been awake for 2.5 hours, really. Wow. That's not good. No, sir. But it's kind of okay, because I had a very early night last night, and I intend to have a slightly later night tonight, but a nap in between now and then, in the nap nook, because we got one of those at uni, and I've only got a room booked for an hour, so I'm going to see whether I can go to the room for the hour, do stuff like maybe another vlog, but definitely some exam work, or coursework work, but preferably exam work. I've got to really prioritize that for now. And then from there, go to the nap nook, and then have a nap for hour and a half. Well, I say that to lay there for about an hour and a half. I don't think I'll actually nap, but rest, go into a low power mode, and then get up and go to where my seminar will be, and wait outside there for a little while, go in the seminar, stay there for an hour, go somewhere, maybe just to the car, as I'm going to drive. I was going to bike today, but I'm going to drive due to the fact I've got D&D, and I also want to stop for Asda to get yet another notebook, because some of my friends use notebooks for their D&D characters, and I want to give it a try. And I've got my fighter proper character sheet all laid out and whatnot, but I would like to go and get a notebook and use it for my D&D character, and I think it'll work out quite well, because you have natural progression. You have the first couple pages are either backstory or your character information, so your character sheet, and then you turn over and you have session 1, and in that you can organize it how you want. You can put day 1, day 2, etc. So every time you sort of have a long rest, the day progresses. You can separate it out like that, so you have a chronology of events, for note taking, and then, or you can just have session 1, session 2, or you could knock out the session stuff and have day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, or you can just not do that and just put this happened, this happens, this happened, this happened, you need to do this, need to do this, need to do this, and I think it'll be much easier to keep track of stuff, because you can just sort of cross stuff out when it's no longer relevant, and you don't need to get rid of pages or anything, because it's all in one book anyway. But I am aware current character has 7 intelligence, I think. Jarek. So I'm not going to be taking as many notes as usual because intelligence is a memory test for the most part. That is why history is it, because it tests how well you remember history, not whether you've studied it, but how well you remember what you have studied, should you have studied it. Same thing goes for Arcana, religion. I feel as though religion should be wisdom because that is the stat for clerics, and it's something that you should feel. But I feel as though there should be an optional rule. There might maybe an optional rule, like with intimidation, that you can use strength. You should be able to use wisdom. Then what else is intelligence? I don't know. Nature, I think. I know survival's wisdom, but I think nature is intelligence. Medicine. No, medicine's wisdom. That's weird. Yeah. But yeah, investigation is the only one I can think of that isn't like a memory test. But even then, it's slightly, because it is, you look somewhere and you make sure you don't look there again. But also it's for pattern recognition and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm probably going to get a notebook to use, and I will just transcribe my character sheet from my laptop into the book, and then write out a slightly more detailed backstory that I'll be ready to take out of the notebook, so I won't have it on the same page as the character sheets parts or anything like that, just because, well, I want to make sure that the DM's okay with it. And the other thing is that I haven't a thought about notebooks, which is leveling up. You don't get to keep your old character sheets then. You just modify the new ones. And I quite like having my old character sheets to look back on and see the progression that's been made. So I might have to start taking pictures of Jarek's character sheet, though I don't know how much he will progress, to be honest. I'm starting at level 5. They, I think, were level 3, progressed to level 4, and I'm now level 5. They became level 5 in between this past session and this one. But yeah, Jarek, oh man, I'm looking forward to sacrificing people to the gods. He's kind of like Floki from Vikings, but he doesn't believe in necessarily the Viking gods. He just believes in gods. And he doesn't feel as though he has any sort of direct connection to them. He doesn't always like hear them or anything, but the gods help him find purpose in life. He doesn't have purpose beyond living, so everything else that he does is for the gods. And he's very, I'm going to have to come up with some sort of little system or something, which is, will this action please the gods, in his mind. He's a little bit mental. That's why he's got 7 intelligence. Like, his wisdom's a bit higher, because I like perception. But, yeah, he's no, it might be 7 wisdom, and then he's got like 13 intelligence, or something like that. But either way, he's not particularly in touch with the gods, but he likes murdering people. Not for any particular reason. He's a big fan of combat. The whole idea is that the way you die, his idea is the way you die is the way that you will be remembered. And so if anyone dies, that's how he will remember them, the way they were when they died. Everything up until that point is less important. People may still remember it, but it will be in passing relevance compared to how they died and how they were when they died. Rather than afterlife thinking, he thinks of his legacy. And the legacy is that the gods will remember you forever, not necessarily bring you back in Valhalla. So, if, say, he gets his leg chopped off at any point in his life, then he'll think, oh no, I'm going to be remembered as a one-legged man. And try and find a way to be cool with that. Whereas, if he were to get ill and die of illness, he'll be remembered as an ill person. And as such, he would fake not having the illness and go off to die in battle. He would seek insurmountable odds so that he could die in battle. That's the kind of guy he is. Anyway, I'm quite cold, and I need to go and turn on Charlie's radiator and whatnot, as I haven't done that yet, but I didn't want to wake him up too early. I gave him an early night as well because I went to bed early. But he's old. Like, he's very old, so I figured I'll let him rest just in case he's still asleep, and then I'll go turn on the radiator after doing ReeVlog, and yeah, hopefully he will be well. But yeah, I'm going to be leaving here relatively early today. I'm going to move some food into a thermal food flask thing. That was pretty good alliteration. And after heating it, then take that with me for my lunch. I'll take some money with me for my tea, and then I'll go from here to Asda to get the book, and then I'll go straight to uni, I think. Sit in the car, might have a nap in the car, to be honest. So I've got my lecture is at 12, so I've got plenty of time. Yeah, I just got to make sure I take everything with me and I can do my work. The only issue with that plan is it'll get very cold in the car, and also I don't have that much 3G left for the month because I've been watching stuff in the car. Well, not whilst driving, of course. That'd be highly irresponsible. But yeah. Yes. So. I will actually go now. So I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.